Falun Gong is not the only group persecuted by the Chinese Communist regime, but it is the only group that has been openly targeted for eradication. This campaign is unprecedented in its scale, sophistication, cruelty, and longevity. Studying the genocide of Falun Gong provides a lens through which the world can understand the persecution of other faiths in China.
Dr. Li, you were the co-author of the China Organ Harvest Research Center 2019 report. Could you share some of the key findings of that, building on what has been already said?
In interest of the time, I will only focus on one point. That is, what is the on-demand transplantation? Yeah, this is unique in China. This is not available in any other country. On-demand transplantation has three characteristics. The one is a pre-scheduled operation. The second is short waiting time. The third is the organs are from living source. So for the first point, pre-scheduled transplantation. The one very famous case is a patient from Israel, Dr. Lavi's patient. The operation for him was scheduled 2 weeks in advance for a heart transplant, so you can imagine. And in many hospitals, they reported that their records, they can operate, they can perform over 20 transplants simultaneously in one day. So such a large amount of transplantation cannot happen just by chance. They must be planned. So these are pre-scheduled transplantations. The second is very short waiting time. This very short waiting time ranges from days to weeks. That was the case before China had a organ donation system. So before 2010, China had no organ donation system at all. But still, during that time, the hospitals advised for transplantation. They can provide organs within days and weeks. After 2015, China said that they had transformed to legal organ donation. They said that voluntary donation is the only source. But even after that, there was a report from South Korea journalist. They got a chance to go to the Tianjin hospital. There is also a report from the BBC reporter Martin Hill, and also Dr. Wang has personally performed the investigation in 2018. So still today, the waiting time in China is still extremely short, ranging from days to weeks. And this cannot be explained by executions before the transition, and cannot be explained by voluntary organ donation. This must be another source, illegal source, prisoners of conscience. So the third characteristic is that the organs are from living source. So this is a point for many people. It's difficult to believe. How can it be true? And actually, it is not new. Live organ harvest from living people. But you must differentiate. There are different cases. Before China had an organ donation system, they say that organs are from execution, so from criminals that are sentenced to death. We have from Anatoti. So there were cases known that the prisoners were not killed. Now they're just shot to the chest, not killed. So the organs are harvested from living body without anesthetics. So a big suffering. So this is one case, but this is the very early case was documented in 1978. So very, very early. Actually, organ harvesting from living people happened from the beginning in China for organ transplantation. In 2015, a very famous, high-ranking military doctor, Jiang Yanyu, has told a Hong Kong journalist that it's for sure if you kill the person with execution with gunshot, let people die and then take the organ quality is not bad. It's not good. That's not suitable for transplantation. That's why such abuse happens. So not to kill the person, just to shot to the chest and take organs from the living body. That's widespread. But how many such abuses, we don't know. But that happened during execution by gunshot. From 1997, in China, it is also allowed to perform execution by injection. Okay, by injection. And this is a system. Organ harvesting from prisoners executed by injection. All the organs are harvested while the people are still alive. Because in China, organ is harvested from such executed prisoners just after tenth of second after the injection start. It's not after the injection you wait people died and then take the organs. No, we have published because we have solid evidence, and you can be sure within tens of seconds after start of the injection the people is not dead. What is used for lethal injection are not poisons; these are just drugs to stop heartbeat, to stop respiration, and to perform anesthetics. But within tens of seconds, it's not possible to kill the people. So this is a system. The second case, the organ harvesting from execution by lethal injection, is a system. All the organs were harvested from living people. So then the third case is organ harvesting from prisoner of conscience. This, the people have no death sentence. So they take the organ, the people will die. So you can imagine, what will the doctors do? They'll kill the people first, take the organ. This means bad organ quality. Or to take the organ first, and the people die because of the organ removal. Of course, the second case. Otherwise, the doctors would be too stupid. Yeah? And so this is a theory, but in practice, there are medical publications from China. From such publications, you can recognize that the patients, the so-called donors, are still alive. Dr. Wang has researched many of such publications. So there is a very clear case in 2001. So before the time that China performed brain death determination, you can see very clearly in that one case, the heart was beating, the circulation was working. So the doctors stopped the heartbeat, induced heart arrest, and then takes organs. This means that organs are taken from a person by the doctors from a living body. It is the heart removal that caused the death. After 2003, China also performed organ donation after brain death. But there is no law for brain death, but still doctors do this. And there are also publications from China, medical publications. You can see very clearly that our brain death determination was not performed because for brain death determination, the patient must be on a ventilator. You stop the ventilator and see whether there is no respiration. If yes, okay, it's a sign of brain death. But in such publications, the doctor says that after brain death, we perform intubation for mechanical ventilation. So that's very clear. There is no brain death diagnosis. These patients are not brain death patients. And if you look at the heart removal procedure, you can see again the heart was beating. There is a doctor that induced heart arrest and then takes heart from the patient. So from such cases, it's very clear that the so-called donors are not brain dead patients, don't have cardiac death, they are living people. This afternoon I will have a presentation at the European Society for Organ Transplantation about the abuse of brain death determination. So there are very clear cases. So these are the three characteristics: prescheduled operation, very short waiting time, and organ sourcing from living bodies. This is the on-demand nature of Chinese transplantation. For the recommendation, what people in Denmark can do. I'm working in the medical world. I'm a professor at University Medical Center in Mainz. I think it's important to consider the collaboration with China in the field of medicine, especially when a doctor is trained in Denmark, they go back and perform transplantation in China, and we know that many of the organs are from illegal ways. This means that Denmark is involved in this crime. And that was also the case in Germany. In Germany, at least the one heart center in Berlin has trained hundreds of Chinese surgeons who went to China and performed organ transplantation. I think that doctors in Denmark should be aware of the crime in China and reconsider their collaboration. Or they should be put a condition that these doctors only do research in the field of transplantation, no clinical work, or if they do clinical work, at least they should promise that they use only voluntarily donated organs.